What's up, guys? Welcome back to A Trucker's Life. I'm Jorge Navarro. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. If you've already been subscribed, welcome back, guys. And have you ever been curious about this industry right here? I really haven't been curious as much as the industry as far as doing that job, because I kind of know a little bit about it, because I met a guy once that transported buses. He transported buses from California to wherever. So he kind of explained how it works, but I always wondered how they got these on here and how they got these off. And I was talking to Sean right now. That's the driver of this truck here. And Sean was telling me that they use a hoist to lift these trucks up on top of this thing right here. Show you what I'm talking about. So they use this hoist to load these up, and they also use a hoist, of course, to take them down. But when they don't have a hoist, they use a tow truck. A tow truck will come out and pull these trucks off of each other. And one thing that I was talking about earlier yesterday with Gemini G7 is, he said, why have you replaced your flange seal already twice? I said, well, because it didn't come from factory that way. What happens is, as you see here, they're taken off because you can't transport any of these trucks. You'll burn out the rear ends. You can't transport them with the axles in them. You can destroy a bunch of other stuff. So that's why I think that mine have been doing that, because my truck, when I got it, it only had like 10 miles on it. So there's no way it got from Dallas to Jackson, Mississippi with 10 miles. They had to have had it piggyback just like this. And I think that's why my axles are loose and keep leaking, because they didn't come from factory this way. You know, somebody took them off like they did here, and then somebody put them back on, and I don't know what happened in that process, but I've had the leaks. But anyways, so this job here, what you do is these trucks come from Mexico, basically, and they're picked up by the American driver in Laredo, Texas. And what they do is they fly down, drive a car, because I've seen even they put a pickup behind the last one. And what they do is they drive a car and or fly down there or ride a bus, however they can get down there. They pick up their stack of trucks and they take them to their destination. And that's basically how it works. Now, I've always wondered, can you sleep in the truck that you're driving? And no, you can't sleep in the trucks that you're driving, because they're brand new and everything inside is set up where you can't do that. The beds are all rolled up and all that good stuff. So what they have to do is stay in hotels, and that adds to expenses. So, and that's the thing. I don't know, I didn't ask, I should have asked them. But I know that on the buses, they give you a certain amount of money. They're like, here is $1,000. Get to your destination. Out of that $1,000, this is just an example. I don't know what it pays. It could pay a lot more. But out of that $1,000, they have to take out fuel and living expenses, or you know, sleeping, whatever expenses that have to come out, other than if something breaks down on the truck or the bus. At that point, it was a bus, because it was that's what I was talking to. And he said that all that money comes off of there. So I met this guy, it was like 30 degrees outside. He was in the bus shivering, and because he didn't want to run the truck, because he didn't want to run the bus, because he didn't want to dig into his profit. So yeah, we got to think about how these guys also suffer sometimes by trying to make that extra buck, and don't use the trucks, don't run the trucks or whatever, because they want to have that money in their pocket instead of disappearing into the atmosphere, basically. But like I was saying, these trucks come out of they're out of Mexico, come to Laredo, get stacked on here, and then they go to their respective destinations. These trucks right here are going to Jackson, Mississippi area, and they look like KLLM trucks. That's the color that they are. I didn't ask them if that's what it was, but that's the color that they are, the KLLM trucks, out of Jackson, Mississippi, not Jacksonville. Just saw the axles. See, their axles, they have them right here. See how they have it all here? So that all has to come off, and it's gotta, see what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's exactly why mine are doing that. It's just my assumption that that's why mine leaked, because it didn't come from factory that way. And because I'd never really had a truck, but all the other trucks I've always driven are older trucks, and I've had them for 2-3 years and I've never had to replace one of those things. So that's just what I'm thinking, that that's what happened. But I mean, I don't really know. But they do a lot of protecting. They put all this stuff behind the trucks, that way it protects from jumping up debris. And in the car industry, what some guys would do, the bottom car on the front bottom of the trailer, they would put saran wrap or some type of plastic in front so it wouldn't damage the cars. And this is what they do here. They do stuff like this to keep from damaging the truck, because I mean, this is a huge investment, especially if it's an owner operator that's buying this thing. So it's going to be a huge investment whichever way it goes. But boy, don't they look pretty when they're brand new, but when they start breaking down, woo. But anyways, yeah, I was just very curious. And you know, I'm terrible at names. I think the guy's name is Sean. Sean, I really appreciate you giving me a little bit of information on how this all works. And hopefully this gives you a little bit of insight on how it kind of works. I don't know where you could apply for this, but I'm pretty sure you can look it up. And all these companies, I'm assuming, are out of the border areas, Laredo, Texas, for sure, because I know that that's where these come out of all the time. And I've seen a father and son set up. They have one pickup, father and son. They go down there, pick up, you know, in this case, 4 trucks or 8 trucks, you know, between the both of them, and get the double the pay, use one vehicle, and, you know, split the hotel costs and all that good stuff. So there's ways of doing it, guys. You don't only have to drive all this other stuff that's out here as far as tankers and flatbeds and containers and all this other stuff. You can do this type of stuff too. That is also, he said that you could possibly make 6 figures doing this job. So, you know, it's something that is very interesting. It's always been interesting to me. And this is my Sean, right? Yeah. This is my man Sean right here. And I appreciate the information, man. And so like, if there was a company that you could go for to do this, who do you look? Where do you look it up, or how do you find out if I wanted to go do this?
You can look up Drive-Away.
Drive-Away?
And Deck Driver.
Deck Driver.
Yeah.
Drive-Away and Deck Driver, and they're out of Laredo. Or they're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It's called Deck Driver.
Okay.
But they call this position Drive-Away.
The position is called Drive-Away.
The position is, the position is Deck Driver.
Deck Driver.
Overall, in general, it's just called Drive-Away.
Okay, so the job description is Deck Driver. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, so that's, but like I was saying, that's basically how this whole industry kind of works. So you don't only have to drive tankers and flatbeds and all that stuff. There's a lot of different CDL jobs. Your CDL can get you a lot of places. You just have to dig, right? I mean, what did you do? What'd you do before this? Did you do regular, or you've done this?
Tractor trailer.
Tractor trailer, yeah.
Tractor trailer.
And you love this?
Yeah, I like this.
There you go. There you go. Appreciate you, Sean. I'm gonna let you go.
All right, no problem.
Yeah. Trucker's Life. Check it out.
I will.
You know, and well, you'll be on here. So okay. Appreciate you. Appreciate your information, man.
All right.
Stay safe. God bless.
God bless.
All right. All right, guys. Well, that's a little bit of information. If you want to know a little bit more, dig into it yourself a little more, and pretty cool stuff. But anyways, guys, thank you guys again for joining me one more time, guys. Guys, don't forget to be kind to one another. Help anybody needs help. Anybody contemplating suicide, 1-800-273-8255. Military men and women, thank you so much for your service. See you guys on the next video. Peace. I'm out of here.